All right, thank you for joining media to our shoot-around availability with Candace Parker. You can now raise your hand in the chat. We will start with John W. Davis of Winsider.
Good West Coast morning to you, Candace. How you feeling?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. What I want to ask you about is, mentally and physically, are you aware of the fact that you'll be playing, 8 games in 14 days, and how are you preparing yourself for it, past looking at game by game?
Well, I think preparation is done in the moment and done in the present. You worry about the 7th game when the 7th game comes. I think I'm not going to do anything different. Obviously, I'm going to get my rest. I'm going to get treatment. But if we've learned anything in 2020 is to be in the present moment and to stay right here. And so just worried about Atlanta today. And then after that, tomorrow, the next day, know who we play when we wake up that morning.
Michelle Vopel, ESPN.
Yeah, Candace, I wonder if you could sort of give an assessment on Taya Cooper and what she's done as a rookie, sort of a second chance rookie, if you will, somebody who got cut because she didn't have a training camp. And it just seems like whenever she's got a chance to be on court, she's tried to really embrace that and make things happen. Just what are your thoughts on what she's done so far?
Coming in, obviously, she went to Tennessee, so I've been able to watch her play since she was, a freshman in college. And I really think she's that point guard. She's steady. She can knock down a three. She can take contact at the rim. And then defensively, she's able to kind of change the pace from what we have. I mean, even if you look at our point guard situation, we look at Chelsea, we look at Sydney, she's different than them. And I think when you can come in and bring a different element to the game, that helps us out a lot. And so I've had a fun time being her vet and teaching her. And obviously she learns and listens and applies. I was really proud of her in that Dallas game. I think she came in, and the biggest thing for me is not when things are going well, is when things aren't. How does a player come back and how does the player respond within a game? And, the biggest thing for me was when she missed that first free throw in Dallas and then came back and hit that second free throw to put us up by 3. So I think that's she's growing, and we need her to play a pretty big role this year for us.
I guess to follow up real quick, Candace, does that reflect almost this team a little bit? I mean, you guys have, when you've had some games where you really had to dig deep. I mean, the last few games that they're tight games. You guys have been able to dig deep and make the plays when you need to at the end, and how big a factor that's been to this winning streak you've had so far.
The biggest thing for us is in years past, we've had to learn from losing. And this year, I think we're learning things along the way while still pulling it out. And we have a long way to go before we even scratch the surface of what we're capable of. I mean, both on the defensive end as well as on the offensive end. So I think for us to be in those games, it's good because I think it's great for the experience, but we got to ask ourselves why we're in these situations. And sometimes it is scheduling. The season is tough, but sometimes it's because of the way we're playing and the things we're doing. So I would like us to continue to grow and fix those things, while winning, I guess.
John, do you have one more?
Yes, I had another one for you, Candace. Do you owe Taya some money for taking that charge on Alyssa Thomas?
I've had
you kind of put it out there that
people ask me if I owe Taya money. And here's the thing, she owes me so much money that I'll just deduct it from the money that she owes me. So but yes, I'm really proud of her for taking the charge, because I don't know many rookies or people in the league that would take a charge on Alyssa Thomas.
All right, last question. We'll go back to Michelle.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Candace, I wanted to ask you, you've talked a lot about defense this year, and I know that's always been something you have worked hard on. I don't know if you've ever gotten as much credit as you deserve on the defensive end of the court, but how important has that been to you this year to be such a leader on the defensive end, and how crucial is that going to be for you guys to potentially, go to the finals or win a championship?
I think early on, in my career on the defensive end, I feel like our team goes as I go on the defensive end. And so if we're going to be in the bubble and we're going to play this season, like I said, I'm going to sing Coach T's praises, just in terms of our defensive breakdown, our shell, our concepts and our philosophies going into the game, our defensive plan. It's great to all be on the same page. And so for me, it's easy when those things are, I'm one of those, I need to know what my job is. And then that way there's less thinking. And so that's kind of how it is. And then also it is a thing about when we play good defense, I think we're at our best offensively because we're able to flow into things. And we have so many talented players that can make plays, especially in space. So if we're solid on the defensive end, then we're able to get easier looks offensively.
I will squeeze one more in. Just hand came up. Sue Favor for the last question today.
Hi, Candace. I love your hair that way, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Just wondered, expectations of the Sparks are always off the roof, and so you guys did lose a couple games to start the season, and now you're on this long winning streak. I'm sure you are where you are supposed to be at this, where you thought you would be at this point, rather. But can you speak to maybe was there any type of adjustment period for you guys coming in there, and what's making you all click so well right now as a unit?
That's a really good question. I think we want to be playing great basketball mid-September. I mean, that's everybody's goal, is to be playing the best basketball that they can play towards the end of the year. So, and I don't think we're anywhere near what we're capable of at the moment. But I do believe that, and Sue, you'll appreciate this, it's the handle success as you handle failure. And I hear that Coach Summit always would say that. And our issue was we'd win, we'd lose, we'd win, we lose, we'd win, we lost. And that was like the first, 6 games of the season. We were 3-3 at that point in time. And it was like, can we not handle success? Like, how is this possible? And so I think it's having that ability to understand that we did play well, but we still have so many things to work on and so many things we can do better. And I think once that clicked, especially after the Vegas game, we were able to have a team meeting and talk about the things we needed to do. And that's not to say like, hey, we could have lost any of these 4 last games. They came down to a possession there, but I think it's the belief in what we're capable of and continuing to get better despite the results.
Thank you, Candace. Good luck tonight.
Thank you guys.